Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have another Monday quarterback video for you. I'm going to play this video and talk about some things that are going on to better explain what's going on and talk about things that I think that are being done right and or done wrong. Here we go.
I'm Assistant Chief Adrian Rodriguez of the Houston Police Department. This critical incident briefing is intended to provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred in Prairie View, Texas on April 9th, 2024. HPD conducts thorough investigations into officer-involved shootings. These typically require investigators to interview multiple witnesses, view numerous hours of video footage, and analyze a significant amount of forensic evidence. It is important to note that we are in the very early stages of this investigation, and we continue to review additional evidence as it is collected and analyzed. The videos you're about to see can be graphic and may be difficult to watch. These videos may also contain strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. On April 9th, 2024, officers were actively searching for Mr. Keyshawn Williams, a suspect who was wanted for multiple felony warrants. They located him at a taqueria in Prairie View, Texas at approximately 4:15 p.m. Mr. Williams was sitting in the passenger seat of a black and white Dodge Charger with two other individuals, a male driver and a female in the back seat. Officers approached the vehicle to take Mr. Williams into custody and gave him a command of hands up. Mr. Williams and the driver, Caleb Woods, exited the vehicle with firearms in their hands. At least one of the suspects fired at the officers, striking their vehicle. Two officers discharged their duty weapons, striking both men. The officers secured the two men and began rendering aid. Life flight was called and both men were airlifted to the hospital. Two guns were recovered on the ground on either side of the Dodge Charger and a third inside the glove box. No officers were injured.
What is that? Yep, he's going to be in the passenger seat. Door's still open. Go around the second entrance. Right, go around this guy. Ready? Hands where I can see him now! Now!
Don't move, she shot! Don't get shot again, don't you fucking move! Put your hands on your back. Right fucking now. Put your hands on your back. I can't move.
Cuff him up, cuff him up. Hey, shots fired, Jeff. Can you get EMS out here? We got one suspect down. All officers okay?
I can't feel my bottom body.
Everybody good? Clear the car, clear the car.
Ours clear, females in there. I think I saw a male in here. Hold on. Ours clear.
Hey, anybody got chest seal? Chest seal. Let's start rendering aid. Come here. Come here, come here, come here. Come on, stay with me, stay with me. You're okay, you're okay, you're okay, you're okay. You're okay. Come here, brother.
Turn me over, please. Hold on, no, I'm dead end.
Hey, we got a bullet wound right here. Come on, stay with me. Get this out your mouth. Get this out your mouth, brother.
Leave me up.
Hey, no, you need to stay on your side so you can breathe. Stay on your side so you can breathe.
I can't breathe. Turn me over.
This way, this way, this way.
Turn me over.
There you go. Stay alive, okay? You're okay, you're okay.
I have an arm. No, arm. No, you're moving there.
I think it's just that one. I don't see an exit. He got shot in the back.
At least turn it over.
Stay alive, stay alive. Hey, come on, come on.
Shit hurt.
Hey, stay alive.
Sean, where's your girl? Look at me.
She's in the car. She's in the car.
She cuffed?
Yeah, she's cuffed.
Hey, brother, turn on your other side. Turn on your other side.
Right here. Okay. There you go. There you go. God damn it. He's got one right here. Wound right here in the back. Right here. Hey, he's got a wound right here in the back.
Okay, I got a patch. Yeah, I got drugs and everything. Yeah, I was told to pick it up.
Where's the other gun?
It was up underneath the thing.
Is it still there?
No, I was told to pick it up.
CID has, not CID, CIU has to come out and do everything. We don't need to, hey, the scene's clear. We don't need to move anything.
Yeah, let's turn it off. Let's start.
Yeah, it's off. I'm going to search the car.
Okay.
Another pistol in here.
Another one?
Another one. Third one.
Okay, we got it.
Hey, I don't know.
Well, let's don't touch anything. Well, let's go ahead and search the car. Make up your mind. So there's more videos to see. We don't see a whole lot from this guy's perspective. I mean, we see some, but you're going to see a whole lot more when you see the other ones. It looked like to me that right out the bat, trying to get out of the car, he kind of has a little bit of a struggle trying to get his door open. We'll back this up and so you can see that again.
Go around this guy. Ready?
So while he's getting out, or attempting to get out, boom, contact, right? Start hearing gunfire. Then he finally gets out. He very quickly gets his gun out in the fight and delivers rounds to the bad guys.
Ready?
And as this officer in the passenger seat is advancing forward, you see him very quickly bring gun down. And then moves. So he's very, very aware of his surroundings. He knows that a friendly is moving forward and is starting to enter into his line of sight, his line of fire. So he rearranges himself so that he is not muzzling somebody he does not need to be muzzling. So pretty good handling on his part. Obviously, he can see that the guy has run pretty far. And you got to think, this is a very short period of time. Like, this guy explosively ran all the way out into here. Had he not taken a round into his thoracic cavity, I think this guy probably would have kept running and would have made it pretty far. I mean, he made it pretty damn far already, just in that very, very short amount of time. He probably would have been a hard one to catch.
Hands where I can see him now! Now!
Don't move, you shot! You're get shot again, don't you fucking move!
Put your hands on your back. I can't move.
So there's a sufficient amount of officers up here that he can tell.
Put your hands on your back.
1, 2, 3. So his mindset, I guess, is, all right, there's enough people up here covering this guy. I'm going to turn around and go back over here.
I can't move.
Because there's only one officer right here with this guy.
Cuff him up, cuff him up.
I like this sound. You know, you jump out the car with guns, wanting to get into a gunfight with the police, and you get shot, and then you start crying like a little bitch. You kind of get what you deserve. I have no empathy, no sympathy for this dude whatsoever.
Hey, shots fired. Jeff, can you get EMS out here? We got one suspect down. All officers okay?
The video's gone.
I can't feel my bottom body.
Let's see here. Looks like time frame is, see here, 16:43.
Everybody good? Clear the car. Clear the car.
Car's clear, females in there. I think that's all male in here. Hold on.
it's not that long of a gap when they splice the video. It's just a few seconds, but I don't see why they took those seconds out. Might as well just kept them in there.
I got chest seal. Let's start rendering aid. Come here.
So they have made sure that there are no more threats before they start wasting their time putting their eyes down to the ground, so to speak, and not being able to have great situational awareness around them. These two dudes created a dangerous environment. They've created this environment where these officers' lives are threatened. And these officers have to secure the scene, make that scene safe so that no one comes up and shoots them in the back while they're trying to render aid to these people. So if that means that these two dipshits have to lay there and bleed out while they take the time to secure the scene and make it safe, then so be it. You shouldn't have tried to get into a gunfight with the police. You shouldn't have been engaged in such a violent criminal lifestyle. Once the scene's safe, then that's when you can start rendering aid. That's pre-hospital care 101. You go to any CPR 80 first aid class, you go to any EMT school, paramedic school, whatever. Scene safety is one of the first things that's talked about. If the scene's not safe, don't get involved. If the scene's not safe, don't render aid. Same applies here. Don't waste your time on these dirtbags when you have no idea if there's someone else there or not. As you go forward in this video, you'll see that there's a couple people and a couple moments where there's some confusion about if there's someone else there or not. We heard that one other officer said he thought he saw a guy. And then later on, they'll mention the girl, and someone runs up to the vehicle thinking there's a girl in the vehicle. So these very dynamic situations, as they are occurring, not everyone instantly knows what's going on at every moment. Everyone has different angles. Everyone has different positions, observations. Two people may know 50% what's going on. One person may only know 15% what's going on. All depends on where they're placed at, what all they can see, what all they got to experience. So don't think that just because you've shot someone or your teammates have shot someone that you have to instantly drop down to your knees and glue your eyes on what's down on the ground in front of you. No. Make that scene safe. Make sure no one's going to come up and pop you in the back while you're trying to render aid to this person. Like I said, if that means they have to sit there and bleed, so be it. They should not have brought this upon themselves. It's their fault if they die.
Come here. Come on, stay with me.
I'll talk a little bit more about the medical stuff later on, but I thought that was pretty important to note or talk about, that they made the scene safe before they started wasting their time doing treatment on this guy. All right, back it up some and we'll hit play.
What do you say?
Yep, he's going to be in the passenger seat. Door's still open.
Go around the second entrance. Right here. Ready?
Hands up! Hands up! Let me see your hands, Keyshawn! Put your fucking ass down! Don't you fucking move! Hey, right here, get him! Don't move, Keyshawn! You're gonna get shot again, don't you fucking move!
Put your hands behind your back. Right fucking now. Put your hands behind your back. You got hands?
Good. He's shot in the back?
Yes, sir.
Wait, nobody radio. You do radio. Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
Don't move, Keyshawn. You got another gun on you? Everybody good?
I'm out.
Let's pick him up and move him closer to the cars. Away from the freeway. Ready? Keyshawn, you shot in the back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got a gun on you?
No, sir.
Where else you shot?
In the stomach.
Right there?
In the bag.
Okay. Hey, anybody else in that car?
My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? Hey, somebody's in the car. Girl's in the car. Put him over here.
Hey, please.
Sit down.
What do you got?
Sit on your side. Put him on his side. Put him on his side. Away from the gunshot wound. Hey, do you have another gun on you?
No.
They had a female in the car with him.
One right here.
Hey, Jeff, can you get us EMS, please? Everybody's good, right? Okay, everybody's good. We got 2 suspects. One shot in the back, the other one shot in the side of his torso.
That's it. Let's start rendering.
You guys okay?
All right. Do work, son. Do work. I like that. Let's break his down.
What is that?
All right. First and foremost, round of applause for this guy for bringing a rifle to a gunfight. That is probably my chief complaint when it comes to reviewing incidents like this. Officers refusing, officers neglecting to get a rifle out when they need to be getting a rifle out. So these guys are obviously going to serve a warrant on this dude. It's pretty obvious that they know what's up with this dude. This dude's involved in some criminal lifestyle stuff. It's not like this dude had a warrant signed out for him because he had a speeding ticket and had a failure to appear in court over that speeding ticket. All right, like this is not a typical response for something like that. Okay, this response is indicative that this guy has been involved in a long life of crime. That he's a violent individual known to carry guns. And obviously he had a gun on him, right? So great for this officer to make that decision to bring the right tool to the job. The difference between long guns and handguns is night and day. All handguns suck. I don't care what caliber you have. All handguns suck. Handguns, a very short barrel, and you only have 2 points of contact on that handgun, your dominant hand and your support hand, and you just don't get as much contact onto that pistol to create as stable of a platform as you can to make it as accurate as you can. That short barrel, and because you only have those 2 points of contact on there, the slightest movement in that system can cause the barrel or the gun itself to shift to the left just a little bit. And because of that short barrel, that slightest movement that it makes equals big movements downrange. So merely pointing your gun at a target and pulling the trigger, the mere pulling of the trigger can cause that gun to shift to the left some. And as that trigger breaks and you pop a round off, that slight movement to the left has now, 21 feet down range, caused that round to completely miss a target. It has gone several inches off. So that's one issue with pistols. The other issue with pistols is the ammunition itself. The ammunition just sucks. Like I said, I don't care what caliber you got, they all suck in comparison to long gun cartridges. There are a crap ton of people out there who've been shot multiple times with pistol and have still walking around today. Not so many with rifles. Not saying there aren't anybody out there who's been shot with rifle and still walking around. There's been people who've been shot in the head with rifle and they're still walking around. But comparatively speaking, when you put pistol people up against rifle people, the people who've been popped with pistols, there's a lot more of them walking around than there are the ones who've been popped with rifle. So the rifle is more accurate. You have a longer barrel. You have more points of contact on that rifle, more surface area to get better grippage on that rifle and to really brace it into your body and make it as stable as you can make it. It has a longer barrel on there. And the cartridges are night and day. You get a lot of energy, a lot of kinetic energy coming out of that cartridge. Those little this is a 5.56. The projectile that's coming out of this rifle is about the size of a little small .22 caliber projectile. It is small, but the cartridge is pretty big and has a lot of powder in there. So it takes this little tiny projectile and it pushes it out, and it's got a lot of energy behind it. And the terminal ballistics, once it enters into the body, can be devastating. Rifles will stop gunfights quicker than pistols will. And I think that this is evident of that. This shows that the introduction of this rifle into this gunfight played a pivotal role. If this guy did not have this rifle out to put in the fight, I don't think this would have ended as quickly as it did. This ended as quickly as it did. This ended without officers injured or killed because this officer did the right thing and brought a rifle to a gunfight. If you're going to a gunfight, bring a rifle and bring your friends with rifles.
Yep, he's going to be in the passenger seat. Door's still open.
Look how
around the
quickly
second entrance.
he gets into it. This guy's had some trigger time.
Ready?
Hands up! Hands up! Let me see your hands, Keyshawn! Put your fucking ass down! Don't you fucking move!
Man, this guy, he did some work. He did some work. So I think he's the one who dropped this guy. Hell, he might even drop the other guy. I'm not really sure. Definitely drop this guy, I think. But he's able to point at this guy and then lift up and then cover that other guy. And so that other guy, he's pretty far out here. But this guy, this officer, can very adequately cover that distance with this rifle and be very accurate. If all he had was a pistol and he had to start engaging this guy out in the street, he has a higher possibility of missing. With a rifle, have a more higher probability of hitting a target this far out. His speed of action, his decisiveness, he made that decision based off what he observed. He observed two armed criminals with guns being a threat. He was quick, he was very decisive, and he was aggressive enough and ruthless enough that even though this guy right now, physically, this guy can fight. He's got his hands up, right? If he's able to move his hand up into an elevated position, he can pick a gun up. He can squeeze a trigger. One, I think he's got a lot of pain going on after being shot, but secondly, he's been overwhelmed. This guy's now on him. He's got a rifle on him, and he is speaking to him with a lot of great encouraging words and an encouraging tone, telling him basically, fuck around, find out. So this guy is mentally incapacitated at this point. Like I said, he can fight. He's got his arm moving around. He's his hands up, like he can move, he can do stuff. Mentally, he's out of it. And that's because, one, I think he is feeling some pain after being shot, but two, he's on them. And his tone, his presence, his demeanor, it all says, do not fuck with me, or else. Very good command and control over this. Very good command presence.
Hey, right here, get him! Don't move, Keyshawn! You're gonna get shot again, don't you fucking move!
Put your hands behind your back. Right fucking now. Put your hands behind your back. Your hands?
Good. He's shot in the back?
Yes, sir.
As the officer moves in to do cuffing, he stands right here and he points that barrel right at his head. Great coverage. Again, fuck around and find out. If he becomes an instant threat, he's going to split that wig. That dude's head's going to bust like a melon. I like this guy. I don't know who this officer is, but I like him.
Wait, nobody radio, you do radio. Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
So it sounded like none of them have radios. And you can even see this officer right here. He has a radio clip mount. I forgot the terminology for this. It's a swivel mount. He has a swivel mount on his belt for a radio, but he has no radio there. So it sounds like the whole majority of them, or a whole lot of them there, don't even have their portable radios on them. That's kind of an issue, right? Like, you need to have comms in a fight. I know, and these guys, they're working in plane cars. They may not be used to wearing a full belt, just like all the patrol guys do. So they may become a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Accustomed to not always wearing a portable radio on them. They may be used to, because they are working in a car that does not have a mobile radio installed in it. They may be used to taking their portable radio and holding it in their hands and talking and putting it in the cup holder. And that may be something that they are used to doing. And so when they have to quickly dismount the vehicle because the radio is not on their body somewhere, they end up leaving the radio behind. So that's a bit of a failure in my opinion. I know it's inconvenient, uncomfortable to have, the big bulky radio on your belt and be sitting in the car seat and it kind of get in the way, and hell, the whole belt, the whole gear, it's not comfortable, right? Suck it up, get over it, wear the damn radio. Depending on what kind of gear setup they got, I think a couple of them have some vests that has some attachments on there. You've got real estate. Like, if you've got a vest that you put pouches and crap on, you end up moving some stuff off your belt. Number one, you're going to have room on your belt for a radio. And if you don't have a radio on the belt, or don't want to put radio on the belt, you can certainly put it on that vest. There's really no good excuse why you shouldn't be having a radio on you. So that's a failure point right there. The fact that it sounds like the majority of them here in this circle didn't even have a radio.
Don't move, Keyshawn. You got another gun on you? Everybody good?
I'm out.
Let's pick him up and move him closer to the cars. Away from the freeway. Ready? Keyshawn, you...
So I like this decision right here. Very quick. Make this decision. Move him out from where he's at. Put him closer over there. That way you maintain more control over this guy. Put him around all these other officers. That way if he decides to jump up and bolt, there's going to be enough of them around to get him. And then also from the safety standpoint, like, you don't want to be on the side of the road, right? Like, that increases your risk of being run over.
Shot in the back? Okay. You got a gun on you?
No, sir.
Where else you shot?
In the stomach.
Right there?
In the back.
Okay. Hey, anybody else in that car? You guys okay? Good. Shit. Get down. Hey, car, yeah.
Hands up. Don't move, Keyshawn. You're going to get shot again. Don't you fucking move.
Put your hands behind your back. Right fucking now. Put your hands behind your back. I got hands. Good. He's shot in the back? Yep. Wait, nobody radio. You do radio. Yep. Don't move, Keyshawn. You got another gun on you? Everybody good?
I'm out.
Let's pick him up and move him closer to the car. Yep. Wait for the freeway. Ready? Keyshawn, you shot in the back?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got a gun on you?
No, sir.
Where else you shot?
In the stomach.
Right there? In the bag. Okay. Hey, anybody else in that car? My girlfriend. Your girlfriend? Hey, somebody's in the car. Girl's in the car. Put him over here. Can't breathe. Sit down. Put him on the side. Put him on the side. Put him on the side. Away from the gun shelter.
Hey, where'd you throw the gun at? Where'd you throw the gun at?
Right there. Oh yeah, she.
You had a gun in your hand, bro.
Everybody fucking move.
Pistol.
Yeah.
Just leave it there. Don't touch it.
One shot.
The bottom on me.
Hey, anybody got
You got a med bag? You got a med bag?
Yeah, I got a med kit.
Yep.
We got another one right here.
Please.
No, you need to stay on your side so you can breathe. Stay on your side so you can breathe.
Hey, turn me over.
Second.
Turn me over.
Stay alive.
This area?
Oh, hold on. No, hold on. Oh, no. You're moving there.
I think it's just that one.
You got no exit?
I don't see an exit.
At least turn it over.
Get these pistols, all right? Yep. Okay, she's in your car? Hey, let's put her in your car.
Where is she at? Is she on ours right now?
Car up here.
Okay, she's on ours right now.
Okay.
Hey, give me a second. I got you. Hang tight. I got you. Hang tight, okay? Hey, hang tight. Let me take care of him. I gotta take care of him. Hey,
I just came to get some.
I got you. Let me take care of him, okay? Put your feet in the car, okay?
Can you go?
Hey, where are the guns at?
I only had the one that was on the ground right here. Was there another one?
Okay.
What does he need?
Is there another?
Right there, please. Hang on. Let's get a picture for this.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his gun, that's driver's?
That should be drivers, yeah.
Okay, let's separate.
I saw Keyshawn get out with it in his hand and run it.
he's done.
Yep.
Can you grab my glasses?
Hold on.
All right. Let's go back to the very beginning. Oh, there we go.
Good.
All right. So as soon as they're pulling in, gun, and what the hell does he have in his hand? A cell phone. Let's see if we can. See if I can get a freeze frame on this.
Good.
All right, probably the best freeze frame I'm going to get. Actually, the other one I did is probably the best, but I'm not going to try anymore. Cell phone in his left hand right here. Cell phones are like a freaking cancer, man. They are. They are like a cancer to our life, and they can get you hurt and get you killed. I don't know what this dude was doing on his phone before pulling up, but I mean, realistically, it shouldn't be out. Like, you've got portable radios, right? Like, you got your walkie-talkies and talk to each other on that. There's really no freaking need for you to be having your phone out as you're about to get out on the target. That phone should have been stowed away in a pocket, left on the console, something, as they are rolling up hot to this person that they know is a bad guy. They know this dude's a legit bad guy. As they're rolling up, phone should not have been in his hand whatsoever. So this is a huge failing point right here. And since phones are such a dominant thing in people's lives, they take a presence in the work life and in the personal life. And so it's one of those things where even when you're not at work, you're still using it. You're still holding on to it. You think about all the other equipment that you've got for work. The gun, the cuffs, all that crap. What do you use when you're not at work? Like, what are you handling all the time? You're not, I mean, unless you're like at the range practicing or doing competition stuff, you're not handling your gun every damn day off work. You're not handling your handcuffs every day off work. I mean, unless it's, some bedroom stuff you're doing. You're not handling a portable radio on your days off work. But your phone, you've always got your phone. So that's always something that you play with outside of work. And so that is one thing that you can build really bad habits on outside of work, and then that carries into work. If you're used to being on that phone all the time and you haven't done anything to check yourself and make yourself stop from doing it, you will find yourself being on your phone during times you should not be on your phone. You will find yourself utilizing that phone in a manner that you should not be utilizing it. Like in this fashion right here. Like he may be used to, as they're pulling up to Walmart or whatever, pulling into somewhere, he's got that phone in his hand doing his thing. And so about to roll in, driving in at work, he's feeling comfortable keeping it in his freaking hand. So this is something that should not be going on at all on a hot incident like this. The phone should not be in the hand at all. So you've got to take a very conscious effort to quote unquote retrain yourself on how do you handle a phone at work. Start thinking about the muscle memory and the things that you do day in, day out, and those building bad habits. What good habits can you form? Well, one, don't be glued to your phone all the damn time. Having the mindset or the ability to just drop the phone in the car. If it was in your hand and you had to quickly do something, jettison it. Get the fuck rid of it. Like, it's not going to help you in a gunfight. Drop it. Drop it right there on the floorboard. Throw it onto the dash. Whatever. Get it out of your damn hands. Before you get to somewhere, put it in your pocket. Put it in its little carrier, whatever. Before you get somewhere, stow it away. That way, as you roll up and you get there, something, boom, pops off, and you got to quickly get out of the vehicle, the phone's already on you. That way, if your portable does die, well, then your alternative communication is your cell phone. But yeah, cell phones, man. Cell phones are a freaking cancer to people. So he is even taking the time right now, because you see it in his hand as he's getting out. He is taking the freaking time right now to put that in his pocket. So while he's got one gun, or one hand pointing gun at bad guy who's a potential threat, he was taking that time to put that phone away in his pocket. What if this dude started shooting? He would have to be engaging into a gunfight one-handed. With a handgun, you only get 2 points of contact on this gun. Your primary hand and then your secondary hand. And that secondary hand only gets to cover this little portion of the gun, and then the thumb go up here on this portion of the rail area. That's it. That's all you got. You don't get to shoulder this thing. You don't get to have a different kind of hold and everything on this thing to be able to really pull it into you. You don't have that cheek weld. It's just 2 hands on there. That's it. And once you go one-handed, you're virtually slashing your accuracy in half. So this would have been the moment. Instead of dicking around with his phone, trying to put it in a pocket, drop the damn thing. It's serving you no purpose whatsoever. The only thing it's doing to you is hindering you and increasing your odds of dying in the gunfight.
Get down! Hey, car, yeah.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Don't move, Keyshawn! You're gonna get shot again!
Good situational awareness with his muzzle. As soon as this guy started passing in front of him, boom, he goes muzzle down. Once he clears, muzzle up.
Don't you fucking move!
Put your hands behind your back. Right fucking now. Put your hands behind your back. I got hands. Good. You shot in the back? Yep.
All right. For whatever reason, her vest has come apart. So now it's dangling right here.
I got shooting.
You got a gun in your hand, bro.
Yeah, don't know what kind of vest she's got on or anything like that, but like, why has it come apart like that? That's an issue that needs to be addressed. That is not wearing your PPE correctly.
Yeah, everybody's going to move. Pistol.
Yeah.
Just leave it there. Don't touch it.
One shot. The bottom of me.
Hey, anybody got
I got another bag.
That's you.
Hang tight. I got you. Hang tight, okay? Hey. Hang tight, let me take care of him. I gotta take care of him. Hey,
I just came to get some.
I got you. Let me take care of him, okay? Put your feet in the car, okay?
Oh, please, I just came to get something to eat. I don't know what's going on. Bullshit. You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly who you're hanging out with. And what the hell are you wearing on your feet? What the hell is that crap?
I just came to get some.
I got you. Let me take care of him, okay? Put your feet in the car, okay?
God dang. Like, go out in public looking like that? Yeah, shut that door on her. Shut up. Old crap sob alligator.
Hey, where's the guns at?
I only had the one that was on the ground right here. Was there another one?
So, oh, this is kind of cool. This looks like a trailer. You see that? Yeah, so it looks like they took a big flatbed trailer here and turned it into a little picnic table platform thing. It's interesting. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so the body cam. So the body cam sees things that you yourself may not recognize and see with your own eyes. So although the camera's facing forward kind of like this, his head and his eyes may be looking somewhere else. So he's just walking around, boom, this clearly like stuck out to me. And I was kind of like, I had this mental voice in my head of the show Blue's Clue, where they'll show something on the screen that they're supposed to be looking for, and the kids are like, clue, clue, clue. Like that's what was going in my head. I was seeing that gun, I was like, clue, clue. But obviously he didn't see it right in that moment, and they're still looking around to try and find this thing. It's interesting, like what you see on the camera, and you instantly pick up, but right there in the moment, in person, there's like things you just don't recognize it. You don't see it. It's like your brain dismisses some things as like not important or whatever. And then there's times where, you know, you got some tunnel vision going on and your eyes are kind of locked in on certain things. Excuse me, your eyes are kind of locked in on certain things. And then also, you know, you got to think about the angle. So his eyes are probably a lot higher up than what this camera is at. So you got to think that camera is mounted to his chest or his belt area. And so we can see the tail light here of the Charger. Like, we know this ain't his eyesight. You know, we know this dude's not a midget walking around. So the camera's a little bit lower. So the angle means that, you know, this gun's probably visible more easily to the camera than it was his human eyes. And his human eyes would be somewhere above the view of this camera screen lens, or this screen border right here.
Is there another?
But even turn around, like, it's still there. He still doesn't notice it.
Right there, please.
But this guy's Johnny on the spot. He's like, boom, right there. This was also the dude that had the rifle too.
Hang on. Let's get a picture for this.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his gun. That's the driver's.
That should be driver's. Yeah.
Okay, let's separate.
I saw Keyshawn get out with it in his hand and run it.
All right, we'll skip this and go on to the last video.
Hold on.
Shut up, woman.
Good. Oh, shit. Head! On the ground!
I'm so confused.
Where's your hands? Get up. In the car.
What the fuck just happened? Can you pick up my phone?
Get in the car.
Please?
Hold on.
I'm okay.
Get in the car.
What happened?
Get in the car. I got a med kit. Hey, we got a bullet wound right here.
Please.
No, you need to stay on the side.
Can you at least turn me over? Hey, turn me over. Turn me over.
Stay alive. You're okay.
Ow, hand. No, hold on.
Oh, no. You're moving it. I think it's just that one.
All right. You got no exit?
I don't see an exit. You got shot in the back.
At least turn it over.
Stay alive. Hey, come on.
This shit hurts.
Hey, stay alive.
Where's that?
Where's your girl? Sean, where's your girl? Look at me.
It's in the stop. She's in the stop.
She cuffed?
Yeah, she's cuffed. Hey, brother, turn on your other side.
He's got one right here in the back. Right here. Hey, he's got a wound right here in the back.
Okay, I got a patch.
Got some gloves?
Yeah, I got gloves and everything. Okay.
Do you look?
I'm over there.
All right. Not a whole lot to say about this one. Let's So as soon as they're pulling in, the gunfight's happening. Or right before they stop, the gunfight's happening.
Oh, shit!
So that means the bad guys ran past him with the guns. He's lucky they didn't start shooting into that car door and hit him.
Hands! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground!
I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Bullshit. So she gets out of the car and she starts to walk away from it. I got a pretty good, strong feeling that she was planning on bolting and running from there. So good on this guy for going forward to clear that vehicle. It can be easy to be sucked into other stuff going on. He could have very easily started to go towards where the other officers were, where the guys were downed at. But it's possible that he could see all that and recognize the fact that no one has gone forward to clear this vehicle. And that's an important thing. You don't know what's in that vehicle. You know who's in that vehicle. And so as everyone else is dealing with the two other dudes and no one's checking the car, boom, this guy's moving forward, seeing her coming out of the car, and then quickly takes her into custody.
Push your hands! Get up, 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 get up. In the car, in the car, in the car.
What the fuck just happened? Can you pick up my
Get in the car,
phone,
hold on.
please? I'm okay.
Get in the car, get in the car.
What happened?
Get in the car.
Very quickly stuffed her in the car and then slammed the door. She's wanting her phone. She's playing this, what happened. Like I said, she knows exactly what's going on. She knows exactly who she's hanging out with. She is not some innocent actor in all of this. All right, I think this is going to be the last video. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Get me out, get me out! Hands up, hands up! Hands up! Get him, get him! Put your hands out now! Put your hands behind your back! Good. He shot in the back? Yes, sir. Alright. Nobody radio video right here. Yeah, I got it. Are you all good? Everybody check each other.
Shots fired. EMS out here. All officers okay? I can't feel my body.
Everybody good?
I can't feel it.
God damn.
I can't feel it.
What do we need? What do we need? He need a tourniquet? Are you okay? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Check his back. Fuck.
Let's go to the gas station. Margarita. You have a female in the car with him.
The gun right here. Let me secure it.
Hey Jeff, can you get us EMS, please?
Where's he at?
I don't know. I'm gonna get my clothes on.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Everybody's good, right? Pistol.
Yeah, just leave it. Hey, start rendering aid. Rendering aid.
The bottom of me.
All right, looks like maybe one more video left. So this guy starts to...
Put your hands out now. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
So you could very, very quickly see the bad guy run past his window. So I'll replay this again.
Oh, fuck.
So he's running past, gunfire.
Fuck. Get me out, get me out.
He is in this seat a long time. He's dicking with the seat belt, trying to get out. Again, you're going to be rolling in hot to something. You don't need to be having your seatbelt on. Take that damn thing off. I mean, obviously there's a time to wear a seatbelt and a time not to. Driving down the interstate, doing 70, yeah, you should probably have your seatbelt on. Pulling into a hot incident like this, your seatbelt should have already been off. Even if you're driving down the road, and you're technically by law supposed to have a seatbelt on, or policies are saying you should have a seatbelt on, there's a time where that makes no sense for the tactical situation, for the safety situation. There are times you should not be having that seatbelt on at all because it's going to hinder your ability to quickly get your ass out of that car. And this is it. This is the visual of that.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get him! Get him! Put your hands back. Put your hands out now. Put your hands back.
The bottom of me.
Test you. Let's start rendering it.
The bottom of me. Over. The bottom of me.
Test you. Let's start rendering it.
The bottom of me. Please.
Yes, I'm getting
The bottom. Can't breathe.
Jeff, can you get us EMS, please?
Where's he at?
I don't know. I'm gonna get my gloves on.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Everybody's good, right? Pistol.
Yeah, just render an aid.
The bottom of me.
Yeah, turn it.
All right, sorry.
Turn it.
Where are you hit?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
Check his bag.
Somebody's in the car. Came over here.
Can't breathe.
Sit down.
What did I do?
Put him on the side. Away from the gunshot.
Hold on.
Hey, do you have another gun on you?
No.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually get my. I don't know. I'm gonna get my gloves on.
Over. The bottom of me.
Test you. Let's start rendering it.
The bottom of me. Please.
Yes, I'm getting my gloves on.
The bottom.
Alright, give us a second. We'll help you out.
Please turn me over, please.
Yeah, hold on.
Stay like this right now.
Please, hold on. No, I'm dead ass.
Yep. Right here.
Is it through?
Please. Can you at least turn me over?
Just a second, guys.
Hey, turn me over.
Just a second. Just a second.
Turn me over.
Oh, hold on.
No.
You hitting your arm?
No. You're moving it.
Trying to find out where you hit, guy. Oh, okay.
All right, so let's back that up. So
Yeah, hold on. Hold on.
The bottom of me.
Okay, hold on. I'm actually get my. I don't know. I'm gonna get my gloves on.
yeah, you should have had your gloves on before you were rummaging around, touching him all over his bloody body.
Where are you hit?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
So,
Check his bag.
Somebody's in the car. Came over here.
Can't breathe.
so bad guys, criminals, they are known for not making very good decisions in life, right? Henceforth, why they are career criminals. If they don't make good decisions in life that put them on a path of goodness, then that should say that they've probably not made good decisions in other things in life, such as using protection when having sex, sharing needles. All right, those are things you should not be doing. There's a pretty damn good chance that they were probably having and have probably had unprotected sex before. They in the drugs, there's a possibility, they may be sharing needles. Those things can mean that you have a higher chance of having some type of disease, particularly, something like AIDS or something like that. So you have to assume that everyone you come across has some type of bloodborne pathogen in them that you can get, and you don't want to get that. Because things like AIDS, hepatitis, those are life-changing things. Potentially life-ending things. AIDS. You get AIDS or HIV, what starts HIV. You get that, like that's gonna suck. Especially if you're young and you haven't started a family yet. Because if you get HIV, AIDS, and you're early 20s and you haven't even got married yet, started having kids, and you want to do that stuff, if you get AIDS, who the hell wants to marry you? Who the hell wants to have kids with you? The only way, if you get HIV AIDS, the only way that you're going to have any kind of meaningful life with someone and be happy with someone, in my opinion, is you're going to have to go find someone else that has AIDS. Like I said, who wants to have a relationship with you and marry you? Like, go meet on Tinder somewhere, yeah. It's going to be very difficult to start a relationship having something like that. Now, if you're already married, already in a relationship, okay, that changes things, But still, if you're still not even married and you're just in a relationship with someone, are they going to want to stay with you and take that risk of catching that? So you have to wear your PPE when you're dealing with people who have blood all over them. Take the time to put your gloves on. If they're sitting there bleeding out, let them bleed out. They've brought these problems upon themselves. Take the time, put your gloves on, keep yourself protected, keep your family protected. Then start touching them. So he's leaking pretty good here.
What do you got? Away from the gunshot wound.
Hold on.
Hey, do you have another gun on you?
Hold on. I'm not. Trying to find out where you.
Alright, so that's pretty much it on reviewing some of the tactics and stuff on this video. Let's talk about medical stuff. So they do bring out a decent amount of medical equipment, I guess you could say. One of the issues I noted was them trying to remove this guy's shirt. They just started ripping on it. Like, this ain't WWE, man. Like, these shirts aren't pre-cut and easy for you to just rip open, okay? This is where, right down here, within camera view, you can see it. The shears. This is where those shears come into play. These shears do a really great job of cutting clothing. I've cut a lot of clothes off people before. They do a phenomenal job at doing that. When it comes to assessing for injuries on these people and then wanting to treat these injuries, take the clothing, like cut the clothing completely off of them. Completely remove it. Don't do what they did, where they just ripped the shirt a little bit to expose some. No, take the whole damn shirt off. If you have to take the pants off, take them off. If they have to lay there butt naked, so be it. Who cares? Like I said, they brought this shit upon themselves. I don't care if someone sees their little penis hanging out. Do not care. Now, the only contradiction to that would be hypothermia. That could be a risk for trauma victims in certain environments that are already cold, and or victims who've lost some fluids, and then being a little bit more susceptible to some hypothermic kind of injuries. So, but other than that, like I don't particularly care if they're laying there half naked. Like I said, they brought this shit upon themselves. If they don't want to lay there half naked or full naked, then they shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. But completely remove all that clothing, get it out of the way, so that you can expose your work area and do some work. We see that this guy has what looks to be a decent kit there. Someone else brings up a much larger kit. It looks like they bring up a... Let me hit the play on this.
He's got one right here in the back. Right here.
Boom, this guy brings up the BLS bag.
Hey, he's got a wound right here.
So this is going to have a whole lot more stuff in it. It's also probably going to have stuff like a pressure cuff in there, stethoscope, probably cold pack, stuff like that. So generally, packs like this, when you buy them from a distributor like Gauls or something like that, they kind of come preloaded with like your standard BLS, basic life support stuff. It may have a bag valve mask in there. It may have oral airway adjuncts, nasal pharyngeal airways, etc. And it's probably also going to have like oral glucose, some Band-Aids, moleskin, little stuff like that. So these are good to have for stuff like that, but to really make a good kit that is more trauma oriented, I think that when you buy this thing like this that already comes stocked with some stuff, you should probably take some things to add into it, like another tourniquet, some more pressure bandages, some quick clot, stuff like that. This bag right here, can't see what all's in it or anything like that, but little bags like this are sold that come with trauma gear in it. And again, same thing. Just because it has some stuff in it doesn't mean that it has to stay like that. You can add to it. And that's what I recommend doing, is adding to it, having at least some double stuff in there. Because you don't know who you're going to be treating. Hopefully, it's just the bad guys that you're having to render aid to. But in the event that good guys are hurt, you're going to want a sufficient amount of stuff in there to be able to help the good guys out, right? So when you're stocking this stuff, when you're getting your med kit and you're getting your training, you need to be doing it from the mindset of it's for you. It's for your teammates. It's just a benefit to the bad guys that you happen to have this stuff, right? It's just a benefit to other people that you happen to have this stuff. The real reason why you have this stuff is for you, for your teammates. And so that's how you need to stock this stuff. What are you going to want in your bag if you was shot and someone was having to treat you? Think of it from that mindset. Medical training is probably one of the most important things that you can get. Unfortunately, a lot of agencies will check a box for accreditation purposes or insurance purposes when they schedule just a basic CPR, AED, first aid course. Those courses are good, more so for the CPR, AED stuff. I think that's kind of their bread and butter right there. That's what they're really known for. The first aid stuff is pretty damn lacking, in my opinion, for treating trauma victims, specifically gunshot wounds, stab wounds, stuff like that. Your first aid course, it may talk about a tourniquet. It may even have an optional video to watch that shows how a tourniquet's used. But for the most part, the first aid class itself and its training aids are going to be more geared towards putting a bandage on someone, putting a cravat on someone, helping a person administer their inhaler, or helping to administer an EpiPen on someone. Those are going to be the training aids that are normally in those classes that the students will practice on. It's not common for there to be a training tourniquet for people to practice with. And a tourniquet is something you need or may need for traumatic injuries from gunshot wounds. That first aid class is not going to go over or have training aids of chest seals. So there's some stuff that is severely lacking in the CPR AED first aid courses that are out there, which are predominantly taught under American Heart Association and American Red Cross. Now you have some other entities out there, but I think those are pretty much the two most popular in this country that most first responders have some type of involvement with. And I've been an instructor for both of those. I started out teaching American Heart Association classes, and then started doing American Red Cross classes, and it's lacking. It really is. It's just a very basic first aid stuff. It's like an awareness level of stuff. Like, hey, you could bleed to death if you don't stop bleeding. Like it's like it's like at that level. It doesn't really go into really great detail of practicing of how do you stop someone from bleeding to death. Yeah, sure, it covers, apply direct pressure, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't go into how to pack a wound with packing material. It doesn't go into how to apply a tourniquet. It doesn't go into how do you insert this nasopharyngeal airway into a person's nose. It just does not go into that stuff. And that's stuff that you need to know. So, just because you've had CPR AED first aid training doesn't mean that you're prepared to treat people with gunshot wounds. You need to take more specialized training for that, and sadly, a lot of agencies just don't offer that. So, from the law enforcement side, you've got some options. One, you can, depending on how your area's set up, if you have an ambulance provider there, you could maybe reach out to them, see if they have some paramedics that you could put on kind of a course for your team there to practice tourniquets, stuff like that. Or if the fire department has EMTs and stuff, and they go out on medical calls, maybe they could also help put on some kind of course to help do that. Internally, if any officers were combat lifesaver or were medics in the Army or something like that, those are good resources right there. They could put on some kind of class to teach people about tourniquets and stuff like that. Then there's the commercial side of things. There's lots of training schools out there that you can reach out to and get classes set up. But that's a cost involved with that, right? Like, you're going to have to pay money for a commercial school to come to you and do a class, or for you to go to them and take a class. Agencies just aren't going to spend that money, typically. They're just not going to spend that money because they don't have the money to be able to do that. And a lot of the administrators in these agencies don't see the need for it because they think that the CPR AED bullshit is good enough to go forth and save people's lives. And some of them just don't give a shit, right? Like, how many admin people do you know right now who are in their spot and you question how the hell are they even a cop in the first place? But then secondly, how the hell did they ever make it to the office? And those are the people who are checkbox people. Like, oh, well, we've got our accreditation. We provide medical training for our guys. That's why we're an accredited agency. We're accredited. Take that accreditation and stick it up your fucking ass. I hate that shit, man. Fucking hate it. So, medical gear. And again, that goes, what I was just saying about agencies not providing stuff with training, a lot of times gear is the same way too. There's lots of officers out there, lots of agencies out there where the officers are having to provide their own stuff. So get the training. learn how to save your life. Learn how to save your teammate's life in the event that something happens, because you cannot always rely on EMS to be getting there on time. Think about how long you've had to wait for an ambulance to show up. Now think about how long you had to wait for an ambulance to show up, and then think about that time frame you were laying there bleeding out. Your teammate is laying there bleeding out. So you've got to know how to save yourself. If you carry a gun for a living, then you should carry medical gear for a living. If you know and recognize that you could be getting into a gunfight, you need to know how to save yourself, how to save others, and you have to carry that equipment. Failure to do so means that you are preparing to fail. If you know how to take a life, you need to know how to save a life. Yes, it's expensive. I get it. But so is a funeral. And I think a funeral is probably more expensive than tourniquets, chest seals, nasopharyngeal airways, etc. It can be about 20 grand for a funeral. You could spend 20 grand on medical gear, but 20 grand for a funeral, or a couple $100 on a med kit. Which is better? Right? All right, not much else to say about this video. Just want to reiterate the rifle stuff, man. Like, we need to see more rifles being deployed. We need to see more rifles being put into play out there, because these rifles are the things that are making the determining factor on these gunfights being won. They are the determining factor on stopping gunfights fast. I can't say for sure that it's changing, but it almost kind of seems like I've been, for the last few months, seeing more rifles coming out in these videos, and I like it. We need to see more rifles out there. We need to see a change in that mindset. We need to have people with better fighting mindsets and putting these rifles into play. All right. That's it. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.